Hello, it's ready.
Oh, hello, girl gang. Happy Friday.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Amber.
They saw my tum-tum. The moon landing didn't happen.
Are you actually gonna wear that?
Sorry, but like, ew.
Did she spray Pam on the food?
You're lolcows. That's what you guys do.
Hey folks, I'm Deets, and today, instead of thinking about the real world, we are digging right back into GorlWorld. Listen, I was on vacation for a couple of weeks, and mostly offline the entire time, and if you can kind of tell from my voice, as soon as I got home, I got really sick and lost my voice entirely, so I was really having to practice my patience because I was so excited to come back and talk about your reaction to my first ever GorlWorld video. I don't know, it was unexpected on my end, it really was. I truly could not believe how many comments, likes, shares, and subscribers I got just from that one video, and it really made my day. I mean, it made my month, if I'm being perfectly honest. And not only that, I got so many requests from you guys just asking me to continue covering GorlWorld in some way. Which, I mean, what a compliment, first of all. Thank you. And second of all, I hadn't really thought about doing that originally for this channel, but the fact of the matter is I'm totally addicted to GorlWorld. So if you guys want me to talk about it, you best believe I have a lot to say. That being said, I did have a bunch of time while I was on vacation and being sick to think about how I could incorporate GorlWorld in a way that's, you know, trendy and fresh and fun, but would still fit into the theme of recommending content to watch that I'd come up with for Studio Deets. And this is actually the very first video of that series. And I love that a lot of you participated, kind of blindly since I'd never introduced this series before. So let's get into it. So for those of you who missed it, while I was on vacation, I posted to my community tab, and it was something called the Gorl Games. And this would be the very first Gorl game called the Amberverse Dinner Party. And what it was is basically this 10 question survey type deal, mostly multiple choice, where just for fun, you know, purely entertainment, you got to create this imaginary dinner party within the Amberverse. And no, don't worry, Amber was not invited.
We're having a party?
No.
So now, in this video, I get to review the answers, and then from there, what I'm going to do is recommend a bunch of different content based on the most popular responses in the survey. So let's take a look, shall we? In the first 2 questions, you get to choose your roommates for your living situation in the Amberverse. One of which would be one of Amber's exes, and the other would be one of my personal favorite reaction channels. As for the exes, Beck came in at 41% of the vote, and Destiny did come in second at 25%. But Beck, clearly the winner, they are our first roommate. Alongside Beck, oh lordy, it's Jordy is our second roommate in our little Amberverse apartment. And after that live stream that Jordy had, you know, with the anonymous source from Emily's past, man, I cannot wait to sit down with him and have a follow-up conversation about that. And, you know, beyond that, I actually think that living with both Beck and Jordy could be kind of hilarious and fun. Like, I can totally picture us doing fun roomie activities. And seriously, just imagine the live stream era that would be.
The limit does not exist.
I'm in for that roommate situation. On to the 2 dinner guests that we're going to have at our dinner party. For guest number 1, it was yet another landslide, and Mamalynn came in as the absolute first in this category. And for the second dinner guest, we actually had a tie, and it was between Alexis and Dana. Now, personally, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm a little bit tired of Alexis right now, and I think Dana would have a lot of interesting stories to tell. So I'm making the executive decision and we are going to invite Dana to this dinner party. I think that the flow would work really well too, especially with Mamalynn there. And because you know we love a costume in GorlWorld, the next question was deciding on the theme for the party. The options were dresses as shirts, cat ears, the wrong shoes, poop buns and sideburns, or dainty princesses. And although I personally would have gone with the wrong shoes, I think that would make a hilarious theme for a party. The one that went out was dainty princesses. Okay, so let's recap so far. We've got you, your roommates Beck and Jordy, our guests Mamalynn and Dana, and we're all dressing up as dainty princesses. It sounds amazing, like freaking perfect. Let's see what the rest of the evening holds. So the next question was actually a short answer question rather than multiple choice. And I asked what you think we should do before dinner as kind of like an appetizer type deal activity. Because, you know, Amber does love a game, so why not add one into our event? And I got some really fun responses. I only chose a few just to show here, just to kind of get like the gist of what types of answers I got. But you can see up here that we definitely got a lot of Legos. We also had things like ASMR. This one was funny, sprinting away from an angry Amber. We also had guessing the number of candy corns in the wine glass. Anyway, all great answers in my opinion. As the executive decider, is that a title? As the one who made this damn game, I'm choosing on this one, guess the number of candy corns in the wine glass. I think we've had enough Legos lately, and why not get back to the basics, get into the history a little bit, and get into guess the number of candy corns in the wine glass. Sounds good to me. On to the food. For an appetizer, looks like we had a tie, actually. Another tie between baby carrots dipped in invisible dip. Because, you know, Amber was like, dip, dip, dip. Right? Anybody else remember that? Drove me nuts. There was nothing there. Just like tapping the carrot on a plate. Anyway, so we had the dipping baby carrots in invisible dip. And the other option was scoop chips topped with ranch and a pizza roll. That is a classic from the Crystal era. Of course, that would be something that is an option for us. And you know what? I'm just going to make the executive decision on this one again. And I'm going to go with the disgusting scoops with ranch and pizza rolls. Because I can. And that's what I'm deciding. All right, for the main course. Now, you know that Amber is going to be so jealous when she finds out that we are ordering like 10 orders of orange chicken from the Cheesecake Factory. And that's it. We're just going to have a big old pile of orange chicken. We're all just going to eat that for dinner. Man, that's a lot of orange chicken. Did orange chicken even come with anything else? Like, do we get a vegetable with that? Ah, man, maybe I should have chosen the carrots. Meh, too late now. Anyway, now, of course, as it is known to sometimes happen, and for those of us who choose to imbibe, buzz balls would be enjoyed throughout the evening. You know, we get a little bit tipsy, and someone decides to drunk dial Amberlynn. And the only thing we say when Amber picks up, hello.
It's ready.
Click. This is just the right amount of ridiculous that I needed this week. Thank you all for enjoying this game with me. This is dumb and I love it. So here's the final wrap up as decided by the participants in the first ever Gorl Games, the Amberverse Dinner Party. The dinner party will be you, Beck, Jordy, Mamalynn and Dana. Y'all are just gonna dress up as the dainty little princesses that you are. And you're gonna play guess the number of candy corns in the wine glass as you eat your appetizers, which are scoop chips topped with ranch and pizza rolls. Then we all get to enjoy a huge meal of orange chicken and buzzballs, only for one of us to get a little bit tipsy and drunk dial Amberlynn to say, hello,
It's ready.
Personally, I am so in for this event. So the ultimate goal of the Gorl Games is not just for the fun part, but then also to come out of it and for me to make a list of watch recommendations based on the most popular answers. Ones that are recent, but also ones from the past. Maybe you never saw them at all, or you just haven't seen them in a long time and it's fun to watch them again. So let's get to that list right now. So the first video is actually a music video featuring Beck that was made by KDW.
So cut my wrist and black my eyes.
It's a little bit older. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I watched it a couple times, and each time I watched it, I got a little bit more sad, I think. You know, actually listening to the lyrics and pairing them with the visuals, and you can kind of see cause and effect on Beck. Even though it was sad, I still really enjoyed watching it. I think it was a really nicely put together piece of content, and it's more enjoyable, especially now knowing that Beck has moved on. The next video I have is by Salty Crab, and it's called When Amberverse Was Beck's Boss.
Good evening to everyone except Becky, lol, JK, but here's my question. How is it that Becky dumps Amber, but has an entire audacity to still become a paid employee of hers? That's messed up. Well,
Well, if you knew how much I paid her, you wouldn't think it was messed up.
See, this is what she does, and it drives me crazy.
You could actually do a retro react on this video, even though it's not even that old, because of the recent information we found out from Beck about how much money Amberverse actually ended up paying them for the live stream era.
She's always waiting for someone to say something so that she can remind everyone of how generous she is.
well,
I'm sorry.
Here's-
I'm just like, God.
chill out, bro.
It's
But I'm your boss.
That's a fucking law.
See, I totally believe Beck.
seeing this video, knowing that information kind of has you looking at it in a whole new light.
Because I'm literally paying you.
Yeah.
Like, that's some part of her income, you know?
Since Beck was actually such a popular side character, there were a ton of videos to go through, and it was actually difficult choosing just a few. So, you know, I had a little trouble narrowing it down, and I did add a couple more to the list below. One of them is called Amberverse Reed's Loving Relationship with Beck. That one's by Dainty. And the other one is called Amberverse and Beck, It's Being Toxic for Me. And that one's by Random Content. As for our second roommate, Jordy, the first video that I chose for Jordy was actually a fun compilation that was created by Robotic Entity called GorlWorld, Oh Lordy, It's Jordy, Clips That Made Me Laugh.
Plop around. Come on, Amber. Come on, Amber.
You know, since I'm relatively new to GorlWorld, I definitely haven't seen everything yet, and it's always fun to watch these compilation videos for that reason.
That's not what hell really is. It's a 1-bedroom apartment with a treadmill, Chantal, and Sala playing Crazy Frog.
If for some reason you missed it, the most recent and most breaking news, Jordy had a live stream, and things got pretty interesting on that live stream, let me tell you.
Cops were involved. Ta-da!
He actually ended up sharing a recent conversation that he had with an anonymous source that has known Emily since childhood, and allegations are being thrown left and right.
Connections. Money. Power. That's how you get away with this kind of behavior.
Of course, they're just allegations at this point. We don't know what is true and what's not. And let me tell you, I mean, it really opened my eyes to what might actually be going on behind the scenes of Amber's recent absence from YouTube. So, thanks, Jordy. That was quite the live stream. I know that Mamalynn is a problematic character. And while I'm not going to get into all the details of that here on this video, I do just want to recognize that that is true. You know, Amberverse always wanted to inspire her audience, and I think she has, but certainly not in the way that she intended to. And Mamalynn is one of those characters that adds to that learning aspect of her channel. She's really someone to look at, reflect upon. Whether or not you identify with her past and her journey or not, you can at least learn from it. And that makes her, I think, a very interesting character. Anyway, for Mamalynn, the first one I chose is by one of my personal favorite reaction channels, The Ankle. And it's called Leave My Mommy Alone.
And so this reaction channel took it upon themselves to sit there and read every single charge that my mom has or has not, which I'll explain in a second, gotten in her past.
Yo, I want to know who she's talking about. What the heck?
I think it was about 6 months ago, maybe 7 at this point. The Ankle covered the moment that Mamalynn was kind of re-entering Amberlynn's life. The mind of Amberlynn, I don't think anyone can really understand, but in any case, she believed reaction channels were spreading rumors about her mom, so she was angry, very angry.
Let's switch roles real quick.
Oh, please, shut up, girl. Most reaction channels don't have a long proven history of lying and scamming and gaslighting their own viewers, okay? Like, please.
And you know, The Ankle always has a truly authentic reaction to Amberlynn. So thank you, The Ankle. On a lighter note, I also included one of Bottle's more recent videos entitled, hang on, I have to look at it, Amberlynn Read Mamalynn Unsolved Mysteries of That Night, which is a parody of Unsolved Mysteries, as you may have guessed. And it is complete with like a Robert Stack AI voice.
In the small town near Oklahoma City, nestled between rolling hills and whispering trees, lived a woman named Christine Mamalynn. To the outside world, she appeared to be a devoted mother with a picture-perfect life. She had 4 children, 1 daughter named Big Sherry.
My parents were drug addicts.
And there's even appearance of FBI Frank.
If you know the whereabouts of Beck, a.k.a. the original Wipey, please call the FBI. Frank at the Cheesecake Factory.
It is so funny. It is really well done. And if you missed it, definitely don't skip this one. GorlWorld seems to be getting more toxic and like crimey lately. Ugh. Anywho, on to the next lighthearted question. All right, so we did have that tie between Alexis and Dana, and I did choose Dana over Alexis simply because, I'm over Alexis at the moment. Maybe she can come back some other time, but I am much more interested in having a conversation with Dana. The first video I found in honor of Dana is called Dana and Destiny with their mom, Amberlynn, by Random Content.
This is Dana.
They don't know me.
Everyone
No
knows
one
you.
knows me.
Everyone knows you. The iconic Dana.
It's a compilation of just like a few different times that they all hung out. I don't think that there's any VO involved even. It really is just a pure compilation of some different scenes. This video also includes one of my favorite moments of like Amberlynn actually being kind of funny. Like it was a time on Halloween where she's looking at Dana and Destiny's costumes, and then she turns the camera over to Eric and it just says something along the lines of,
I'm just so glad it's not a couple's costume.
Also, there was this scene.
Not actually drunk. Tired drunk. Yeah. That's what me and my friend Crystal used to say.
Anybody else catch that? My friend Crystal? Who is she kidding? Come on. Okay, Amber. I also included Amberlynn Read with Destiny and Dana. This one is by Dainty Gorl Spill. It's another compilation video, and it just includes some like seriously cringe moments. Moments. So it's a pretty good watch.
Take that out. Take it out. For real.
No, we can not post any of this. I'll edit out all fart noises.
Moving on to our theme of dainty princesses.
She tries to act so dainty and precious whenever other people are around. Girl, bye.
I'm going to need to read the title of the first video I chose for this theme because it's also a pretty long one. So what do we got here? It is called Pookie Lynn is the most precious, delicate, and dainty flower, most quirky Gorl, main character vibes by Quirky Alert. Great title. It kicks off with the scene of Destiny, like, discussing the styrofoam cup. You know, it is a pretty iconic scene, actually. And, ow, damn, hit my elbow.
I hate how dainty she is sometimes.
You do? I thought you liked it. You always call me a dainty princess.
I like it sometimes, but that was ridiculous.
There's that scene in there for sure, as well as some other seriously ridiculous scenes, including one in which Amberverse famously mispronounces quirky as corky. So,
Corky?
that's a good one too. Oh, and I also threw in this compilation called Amberverse Reed Being Dainty as Hell by Dainty Delusional Lynn. And this one has that scene of Amber pretending to be a ballerina while she's shopping. I think it's either Walmart or whatever. She's in some store and she's like dancing around like a ballerina, and it's, well, you can imagine what it is. Next up in the survey was the open-ended question about the pre-dinner activity. And because I chose Guess How Many Candy Corns Are in the Wine Glass game, I found a compilation video of a bunch of different Halloweens past for Amberverse.
Oops, I'm showing you. In the back. I was showing your backside, is that right?
The video is by a creator called Pillow Mountain, and it includes
one of the games is Guess How Many Candy Corns is in here.
So you can go ahead and reminisce about that. What's next? I think we're on to the food next, right? All right, so appetizer. Yeah, right. So we had the scoop chip with the ranch and the pizza roll. Disgusting. Why did I do it to us? I don't know, but I did. It's my Gorl game and I'll do what I want to, I guess. Meh. So the scoop chips appetizer, as I mentioned earlier, it is a classic from the Crystal era. And I actually saw it in one of the Ankles Big Cherry Retro Reacts. I've been kind of slowly going through those in between watching some other videos. And man, side note, Crystal era, whoa, it's intense. And like, I'm really learning a lot about Amber and who she is today. I feel like a lot of who she is today stemmed from the Crystal era. And I hadn't actually realized that. Anyway, that is a total side note. Maybe I'll talk about it another time. But I did find the video. It is in one of those Big Cherry Retro Reacts, so you can give that a watch. I put that in the list down below. It is number 138, which is aptly titled, Amberverse admitted 10 years ago she doesn't want to lose weight.
You put pizza rolls on bitch.
The main course, orange chicken. You can imagine how many videos there are out there simply dedicated to Amberverse's love of orange chicken, specifically from the Cheesecake Factory. Like, I watched so many of them. The first one is called, what is it? Amberverse Reed going on vacation to go to Pride, parentheses, to eat. This one's by Irked Content. And it is a throwback to 2018 when Amberverse and Beck went to Lexington to go to Pride. Eric and Ricky were there too. They did not go to Pride. All they did was go to the Cheesecake Factory 3 times.
Yeah, we're definitely going somewhere else tomorrow before we go home.
I don't know. It was also another sad moment because you could see how excited Beck was to go to Pride in their outfit and like what they were wearing and just overall attitude. And how sad they were when Amberverse decided to announce that they weren't going to be going to Pride after all, and then went ahead and blamed it on Beck.
Becky has been experiencing some anxiety about Pride. It's the drive there. It's the fact that Pride is in downtown. Becky's not good with driving in, areas like that. The protesters freak her out. The heat is really, really getting to her.
Because, yes, we all know it's Beck's fault. Oh. And also, It was partly due to the fact that
I wore the wrong shoes.
I said I wanted to do the wrong shoes as theme, so kind of snuck that in there for myself. I also have another video about orange chicken, and it is called Amberverse Reed Wants to Marry Orange Chicken, My Strange Addiction, and this one's by Dainty. I mean, the title says it all, folks. This is another parody of My Strange Addiction, and I'll just leave it at that.
I feel like I could marry orange chicken.
And finally, our drunk dial adventure to the uninvited Mamalynn, the infamous voice of the talking scale.
The scale talks.
I chose the video entitled Mamalynn Reed's Biggest Year 2019, weighing in, and this one is by Wattle.
How do you turn it on?
Hello.
And in this one, you even get to see the time that Amber weighs her maxi dress, like as though that kind of somehow made some huge difference in her weight, along with the time that she came in at her highest ever recorded weight.
572.4 pounds.
572.4. Oh!
Probably not highest ever, but ever recorded. So that moment's in there too. Two very amazing moments with our favorite scale. And that is the final video on today's watch list, and it brings me to today's reminder. Today's reminder. Contrary to what many of you believe, this is not a weight loss channel. Sorry, I had to. So let me know you made it to the end of this video by leaving me a scale emoji in the comments in honor of Amberlynn's infamous talking scale. I do believe it was called the XL750. So if you want to check out the list that I just mentioned for Amberlynn's dinner party, I will have the entire watch list down below in the description. I went a little overboard. I know that. I just got a little excited. It was the first Gorl Games. I don't know that every single one is going to have such a long watch list each time, but you know, I had a great time doing this. And I actually already have the second one in the works, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure to subscribe because I will be announcing and linking the survey out to Gorl Games 2 on my community tab. If you are looking for a way to support my channel, I am still new. However, I am this close to getting monetized because of everything you guys did on my last GorlWorld video. I've got a lot of interesting ideas, hopefully, and fun plans for when I do get monetized. So hit that like button, leave a comment, share the video, subscribe. It's all so appreciated. In fact, this week's shout out goes out to all of you who left comments on that first GorlWorld video. It meant so much to me, and I had so much fun reading through each and every one of them. So I picked just a few and I'm putting them up on screen now, but I do want you to know I read every single one of them and I appreciate all of the kind words. And actually, if you missed that video, I'll leave that here on the end screen along with another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.